This is Prasad. I just want to walk you through on how to create database once after we done installing the grid software. Okay, so we can use DBCA to create the database on a cluster environment. So I just used a DBCA command, then we can see the first screen. So I have both the RAC 1, RAC 2, both are up and running. Okay, so if you go and see here, so you can see both the RAC 1 and RAC 2. Okay, both are available. So what we do is, let's proceed. So what is that we want to create? Oracle Real Application Clusters database. So because in order to install ASM alone, same software, right? Grid software, the options that we choose going to be different. Here also it's the same DBCA command from Oracle Home. So we have choice to have Oracle Real Application Clusters database. This means 2 instances database, more than one rather say. Okay, it should be more than one. Oracle RAC on one node, we are not doing that. Oracle single instance database, this is not what we are planning to do. Okay, so let's proceed with that, and just as usual, create database and general purpose, like this is like a general purpose to just play with it. Now you see the nodes that are part of the cluster. Since I have 2 nodes, so it is showing up 2 nodes. If I have 5 nodes in a cluster, all 5 nodes it will display here. We have an option to pick and choose between the nodes. What that means, if I have 5 node cluster, if I wanted to keep my instance on 2 nodes of the 5, yes, I have that flexibility. So this is where we're going to select. Now I'm going to, because I have just only 2, so I'm just going to select, okay, on both. So deselect all, only one, at least select all. I have to, so I'm planning to create the database on 2 nodes on RAC 1 or RAC 2. Okay, if you want to give the name, you can give the global database name, SID prefix that you can give. If you want to create like what do you want to call, production, so you can do that way, or you can use the global name is like domain name. Okay, so you can say prod, that's fine. Say next. Okay, so configure database control for local management. So yeah, this you can check if you want to have the enterprise manager available for this thing. So enable daily disk backup. I don't want to do it right now, later on we can do that. Automatic maintenance tasks, this is all like enable automatic maintenance and all that. So what is this going to do? Oracle Database 11G provides the ability to automatically manage the maintenance tasks, such as optimizer statistics and stuff like that, that you can even enable if you want to do that. Time frames. Now right now I'm not planning on any of that. So I just want to create the database to see how it is going to be on the RAC and all that. So just provide as usual the password. So just give the password. Yeah, that's fine. It's not satisfying all this critical passwords and all. Yeah, where do you want to keep it? So I want to keep it on my data, that's the disk group, and because automation storage management has been selected, so that's where I'm going to keep it, because it must be on shared file system, right? So you cannot keep it on normal file system, it should be a cluster file system. So here ASM is cluster file system for us, then that looks good to me. And Oracle managed file, that's fine. So some file name conversion and all that. Yeah, say next. Okay, provide the password. can specify fast recovery area now, so I don't want to do that. So now FRA at this point in time. Enabling arclog mode, you can do it later, you can do it now. If you want to play with some schemas and all that, some data is going to be like, some example tables will have, just for selecting and all that purpose. So here it is, it's about 1 GB, that's too much. I don't want 1 GB space for my insert. Maybe I would start with 500 MB. 40% is too much, so anyhow I'm not planning on doing so much. Just to look around what's going on in the database and all that. So let me say I have 4 GB. On 4 GB it has to be used for OS, grid software, and the instance too. Okay, so I think 700, yeah, 777 looks good. So use automatic memory management, yeah, that's fine. So automatically the memory management will take place. Say next. Automate shared memory management. Say next. Yeah, let's go ahead and create the database. Finish. So this is template. If you want to save as an HTML file later point, if you want to create. At this point I don't really worry too much about that. Say OK and finish. There we go. So it's going to get all the templates. Using templates, the database files and all that, and it even creates a sample schema where we can connect and play with the data, or you can create your own one. You can deselect over there. So this is to just see how we're going to create the database. In case of production, definitely we will be providing the file names, DBF file names and all that. So anyhow, since we are using ASM, the way we back up the database is by using RMan, right? So RMan is the one we can use it, because we cannot use physical backups, right? Because the files are on disk groups. So RMan, anyhow, it is very proven and sophisticated technology. So RMan is the way to go for backups and all that in production. So that's the only thing. Normally, even in production environments, we don't really do cold backup, right? So in case if you want to migrate or upgrade or any major activities, as a contingency plan, like plan B, we used to take like cold backup, so that it doesn't require any recovery. That is the benefit of the cold backup. Yeah, that's a big, in fact, that's a big benefit. So closing eyes, as long as the destination disk wherever we have copied our backup, as long as that is intact, you can just copy it back and nothing, just start up, database will come back. So that's the method we follow in case of cold backups. Coming to RMan is more sophisticated, because these days database size are increasing. Average close to 1 terabyte, whatever I have seen recently. So RMan really does great job in reducing the size of the backup, because it only takes the used blocks when you do normal full backup. It takes modified blocks when you use incremental backups, right? So RMan, anyhow, it's proven beyond doubt. So we'll be using RMan as backup. Alright, creating and starting Oracle instance. It's trying to start Oracle instance. Let's see what's going on. And we can get here. ps-ef grep small grep typo grep. Okay, alrighty, I can see prod 1. On rack 2 it's going to be prod 2. Okay, ps minus cf grep small. Yeah, still is in progress. Once it is done, it should show up here also, right? That's the idea. We selected both. Now still it is in progress, so just give a couple of minutes, we will be almost. ps minus cf grep tns. Okay, we have the listeners available. Yeah, while this is going on, okay, clone database creation progress. Oh, now we have to check. I believe we have selected both, right? Let's give a minute. Now what we can see is Oracle, then you can say source grid environment crsctl stat resource -t. Yeah, rack 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, still it is not updated for a prod. Yeah, let's see. Log files u1 app Oracle. Okay, let me connect to Putty session so that we can see what's going on. New session, I want to get on 1. Root. Okay, u1 app Oracle CFG configuration DBCA prod. Okay, okay, clone database. There are various activities going on, so if you want to see the latest one, yeah, creating views and other, let's look at the trace log clone database creation. I just want to see, yeah, any errors or anything that we see. Come down. Okay, yeah, ignorable. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me connect to second one. Okay, PSMF. Completing. Okay. Mm-hmm. 85% done. come on. Right, so we got the prod 2 ready. Right, prod 1, prod 2 available. That's cool. Okay, device manager configuration. In fact, logs will teach us a lot. In fact, if you have enough patience, then the best place to look at what's going on. Oracle installer, Oracle universal install product, so and so, restoring, migrate from DB controller. Yeah, successfully. Okay, now what we can do is you can run to and then DB environment, emctl status, emctl status. What's that? Enterprise manager controller status. You can check whether it is started or yeah, still it's not. Okay, it's looking for sales because environment is set to sales. That's how we configured the manual dbenv file. If you look at SID sales, but it should be prod 1, right? Again, you might as well change the file. Go back to source, the DB environment. Oh, we have to change that. Oracle SID sales. So not sales, it is prod 1 is the SID. And this is prod. Okay. Oops. Caps on. Now source it. Yeah. emctl status. Okay. Any typo? Oh, okay. emctl status DB console. Okay, yeah, missing the parameter. emctl status DB console. So meanwhile, we can check here. What's going on? Yeah, it seems got slowed down a bit. I'm sure definitely there must be a lot of activity going on. You can see the utilization. Yeah. See, disk. See, normally, like disk is always a challenge because that's the slowest device. Right. What are you saying? Oracle Enterprise Manager 11G is running. So that's been configured. We can start, stop, DB console. Yeah. Okay, I will let it do its job. Just hang around few minutes, whatever time, because it all depends on the resources that we have on the system. So this is not a realistic server, So I'm glad that I could able to do this on, you know, dual core machine, thanks to VMware. So I could able to simulate everything that I want to simulate. Here we go. Hey, global database name is this, and server parameter file is on data, right? So that's our SP file. So from here onwards, we can look at so much stuff to understand how this is being laid out. Like, since we have SP file on the disk group, so right, in core also we do this. If you want to keep your SP file on a not default location, we'll be using init.r file to point out, right? Alright, when we meet in the next session, next Sunday, on that day we can really go through the system to understand each and every file, the configuration files, and how it is different from core, right? So it is being maintained and all. I'll walk you through. Alright guys, that's it. Now it's a source grid environment, CRSCTL status resource -t. Now it should show, right? So last time it says offline. Now look at this, it is online, and this is the target, right? This is how it's supposed to be. Then what is the status? Online. Both are up and running. So what I would recommend to our group during your practice, just install the software first, then just go and create the database by using DBCA. It's piece of cake. Okay, so I thought this video will help in getting the database software. Of course, database software already it. Once after we're done with the database software, then during the installation of the software, you just pick only software only. Then once that is done, just use DBCA to create the database like the way we have done it. Okay, now we have the database to play with it. So alright guys, thank you, hope this helps, and I might as well make this available for the other folks also, maybe on our YouTube channel. So if anyone want to look at it later point also, it will be handy. Thank you, bye now, take care guys.